And we are live.
Live. Nice.
So I'm Aaron. I'm streaming No Man's Sky from my PlayStation 4. And we are live. And I have
Nice.
my buddy Ben. I've known for a
Hello.
long time. He's over in Dresden, Germany, 7 hours ahead. I'm in the Midwest in Rochester, Minnesota, and we're just going to kind of talk. And he's going to watch me play No Man's Sky and maybe give me stuff to do while he learns German. So,
I'm doing some German courses stuff.
yeah.
Just gonna shoot the shit while we do that. It's pretty. Take my
So
focus off
I
of that.
might want to drop this podcast may have adult language and graphic.
I'll
Not
have
sure. I'll
it.
I'll put that in the description and change the rating, and obviously if that depends. So, anyways, but yeah, we're just gonna talk. I am
Is
previously
it
I was a
is there
banker.
a
I'm a
rating?
programmer. Huh?
Is there a rating? You have to change ratings or what?
I don't know. But anyway, so previously I was in banking. I've just switched careers to programming, and I'm a lifelong video game, film, and TV enthusiast. I also like doing outdoor stuff. I don't sit in a basement all day, but I have a garden, and those just basic about me. I have a dog and a family. And Ben, a little bit quick little snip about you.
I'm a retired sex worker. I just fucking got out of Brazil, and I decided to live in Germany and see if I could, do some stuff here. I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I don't like the the third person stuff. Like just talk to me,
I know.
man.
I have charter. So if any reason this live stream or this podcast cuts out, you know who to tweet about. So, anyways, so yeah, so Ben, I don't know if you're watching now, and there is a little bit of a delay. It's gonna be weird because I'm gonna try to cut this together. I don't know, but right now I'm looking out a window. Do you see the window I'm looking out? It's pretty sweet.
That's pretty sweet. So this is
So
is where you spawn all the time, like the space station, or what?
no, I just like saving in the space because then I'm kind of centrally located to go to whatever moon or planet I want to from there.
Now,
There
one thing
was
I
a
remember you were saying this, or did you send us something, or are you either talking about this in your video, or I can't remember what I saw. This was like two players who tried to they
oh yeah.
spawned near they found each other and they realized they couldn't see each other because the game doesn't allow for that, right?
No, theoretically, if you run into someone, you should be able to see them. Cause so it's kind of like any other game. There's lobbies, and you only get so many people that can play in a lobby, right? So everyone's in the same universe, but they're called instances. So and actually, this gets in we could spin this in the theoretical science as well. But basically, like when you and I played Red Dead and we were on a map with like 5 other people, that was all of our instance of that map. That same map exists.
I get what you're saying. So it's like randomly assigned, like your instance, or what?
Well, so here's the thing: it's a persistent universe. It's like this is the universe. It's going in real time, right? Everyone's a part of it, but you can pause the game. People leave, and come back on. So what the game does is when you're not near anybody, which is like 99.9% of the time, that's fine. But when you get close to someone, what the game's supposed to do is know your geographic location in regards to someone else if you're in the same star system or whatever, and it's supposed to put you in the same instance or same game lobby. So it's supposed to merge your instances together, but that might be a little complicated. And the fact that that was like the first day and everybody was on, they were saying there was issues with the servers. I don't know if they knew what was going on, to be honest. I don't know if maybe you can't see people, but from what they said, if you did run into someone, you would actually see what you looked like, what your character looked like, because you would see someone else's character. So I just think there was issues with the programming, and they didn't know what was going on. It was probably just because there's a lot of people on, and it's kind of a complicated like system to do that. That everyone's in their own instance, and then all of a sudden you gotta put them in the same instance. I don't know. So. But that's I don't know if that's actually correct from what I've read and heard, which isn't a whole lot. That's kind of my understanding in my example of it. So I hope that makes sense. But I could be completely wrong about that. So, but hey, this is real quick out this window here. That little cool diamond-looking thing with the red, that's called the Atlas interface. That's the first one I visited. This is
Okay.
like some mysterious force in the universe that's like almost makes you think like they're the creator of the universe. It's kind of like this weird sci-fi. You're attracted to it, but at the same time you don't trust it. It's mysterious. Like, is it gonna lead me to certain death? Is it trying to destroy the universe? What's going on? But there's this very ambiguous like mission that has you follow the Atlas, the way of the Atlas, and the Atlas is also where everyone uploads their discoveries. So it's like the in-game database. So as you discover things, you feed the information to the Atlas. So. And then the main goal is to get to the center of the universe. Or, sorry, center of the galaxy in the universe. So apparently this is a universe. We're in one galaxy of this universe. Everyone starts off in this galaxy. So it begs the question, are there more galaxies and whatnot? So, but yeah, so every planet you see, I can fly to.
You said everybody's in the same galaxy at the beginning?
Everyone's in the same galaxy, but everyone starts off on a different star system. Here, I'll show you.
Galaxy.
So let's break down how so there's the universe is the biggest thing. That's like, right? That's where every galaxy in our world, that's where everything is.
Star like we're in the Milky Way galaxy. I thought it was like our sun plus our planets, no? Like it's more than that?
No, that's our solar system. The solar system is in the Milky Way galaxy, which has billions of star systems.
Fuck me, I thought it was like just
So it goes universe, galaxy, so there's an Andromeda galaxy, which is a whole nother cluster of solar systems. That's the one that we're going to collide with. And then there's the Milky Way galaxy, which is where we are. And our closest star system in the Milky Way is still like, I don't know, extremely far away. But so here's the solar system I'm in, right? The star system. So this is a planet. This is actually a really cool planet. I've been on this one for a long time, and there's a lot. This is a moon that I named after my dad, and then there's another planet off in the distance there, and some cool space. So here's the space station I was just in. It's a cool little ball-like thing. And bear with me because I'm in a vacuum, so I'm disorientated a little bit.
I noticed when you're flying, it's like you're flying, but you can do like light speed kind of shit, or what?
Yeah, you have different speeds. So here's the local star, right? This is the local star in the star system. I'll wait a minute because I know there's a delay. But yeah, so I'm gonna go to the galactic map now. Let me know when you can see it.
I can see the star, yeah.
No, the galactic map. You'll know.
Oh, I can't see it yet. Okay. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Yep.
So that's the star system I'm in with all those planets, okay? Right?
Yeah.
And I've been to a bunch of other planets. You know.
You just go to all of those? Yeah, anywhere you want to go? You just click on it?
Yeah, you can, as long as you can reach it with your hyperdrive, you can go to it. So, like, I can't remember what the last star system was at. That's the thing, you'll never go back to them because there's just so many, you know?
Now, here's the thing. Like, when it says, like, how many, let's say, how many light years, like, what does that mean, though?
That's how many light years, that's the distance between these two star systems.
How long does it take you in the game is what I'm saying. How long does it take you to travel there?
No, it's real time. So there's the warp drive in this game is FTL, faster than light. So technically that's their workaround, right? So
that's what I'm saying. How fast could you go?
Yeah, if I use my warp drive, this is the fastest mode of transportation. It's how you get from star system to star system in this game. That takes about a minute or two to get between the star systems. And then when you're in a star system, there's 3 speeds. You're just cruising speed, and then you have a booster speed. Those 2 you can use on the planet side as well. And then when you're in the star system, there's also a pulse drive, which gets you between planet to planet. Because if you look, if when I go back to the star system, you'll see when I look at a planet, it tells me how far away it is based on my current speed. So as I speed up, the time it takes gets lower. But if you go your cruising speed, I remember when I first left my first planet and I looked at the next planet, it said it was going to take me 3 hours to get there. I was like, are you fucking joking? Like, I knew this is a big game, but then you use your different speeds, which they're exponentially, faster, so that it drops the speed down. But I have traveled between planets, and it took me like 2-3 minutes to go. just sitting there on high speed, like waiting to get to the next planet. So, but yeah, so here's the galaxy. Theoretically, you can go anywhere in this galaxy, right? And that's the center where that bright light is. And as you can see, it'll take me forever to zoom in. Like I won't be able. I mean, we're gonna get bored here, but I'm gonna every single little light.
I can definitely see now how you could almost like never find anybody.
Yeah, well, you can't. In fact, I can do a scan, I think, and it scans wherever I'm at right now. It scans all the star systems for other players' discoveries.
Ah, okay. Now, do you think they'll ever have a situation where, like, somewhere in the game, does this seem like a non-violent game? Do you think there'll ever be something where you could, like, almost kind of get together like an army and, like, have, like, a space battle or something like that?
Uh-oh. Is the stream still working? Probably not, huh?
Still see it?
Well, my game crashed, so. Um, it's not a non-violent game. There's pirates, and you can actually attack things, and you can kill all the wildlife. I think most people, at least how I play it, and I've seen people play it, is most people are pretty peaceful, except for like the battles with the pirates, which sometimes you can't control. They just show up, you know. So.
Yeah.
But yeah. So just give me a minute. The game crashed on me.
That's what I was saying. Like one day, like almost, it'd be cool if they kind of made this into something that was almost like Minecraft too. You know?
Well, it's actually a lot of Minecraft because that's all you're doing is like mining and crafting like upgrades and stuff. So.
Can you actually physically build stuff?
They've said that one of their biggest, their next like patches is going to include one of their next big patches is going to actually include building. Which a lot of people are like, either put it in the game or don't put it in the game, don't release it as a patch. And the thing is, they've said, though, with all their patches, they're not going to charge for them. So these are all going to be free patches. They're not going to do the whole DLC kind of thing. Like,
do like Sims on your own fucking planet? Like, you could build, like...
You could.
That'd be awesome, you know? Like, that's cool as shit. Like, leave stuff, you know, for people to find.
Yeah. So here, I want to show you this planet. There's also, when you go to a planet... See how it tells me arrive in indefinite because I'm going negative speed. So as I speed up here, it'll take me 15 minutes at my
I don't see it anymore.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot I need to share this again. Hold on. Yeah, it crashes. Sometimes there's still bugs in the game, so it still crashes and shit like that. So, yeah. Start broadcasting. I'll have to send you the link again. That's what happened. That's why I have two videos the first time. It's because it like that first 7-minute one crashed as well. So
this actually begs the question though, if they do the build stuff, would anyone even want to play Minecraft like if you could do that in this game, you know?
Yeah, people would still
you think so?
Do it. Yeah,
but it's like such a cool, like big ass fucking game that you could just go and kind of it looks more like graphically better too, you know. Minecraft is kind of blocky and shit, you know.
Right. So where did I send you the link? Did you get it last time?
Oh
no, I gotta send it to your cat. Okay, sent it again.
I got this. Now I gotta go. Copy text. Paste.
I like it. I'll admit it's probably boring to watch if you just watch me play normally, and then like actually to play sometimes it's a little monotonous and boring. But I don't know. No, every time you, what were you saying?
I think it's your first one. Or are you just sitting there?
I'm just sitting there. Can you see the planet? Does it say indefinite? Arrive in indefinite? Noon duen or whatever it's called?
Well, it's only as a defined. It says 2046, like the time. I don't know. Hold on a second. I understand what you're saying.
Oh,
like,
that's the old one. Are you on? I thought I did send you the link.
I think you sent me like the last one. I think it's done.
Yeah, I thought I copied the new one though. It should be the new one. I'm
So
gonna
maybe
do. I'm just gonna hold on. It should be the new one, man.
maybe it's
It
just
is a
different.
different. It's a different link.
Let's try it out. Live. Yep. Here we go. Oh yeah, New Noon Duen or something.
And it says how long? It says arrive in like 12 minutes or something, right? 13 minutes. So
Indefinite. Oh, now it says 20. Yeah, it's a delay. There's probably a delay. It's just a delay. Now it says 12. Yeah, I got it. I got it now.
okay.
Noon Duen. Yeah, I got you. So you have to wait 12 minutes to arrive?
No, that's why there's different speeds for your.
Fucking speed, man.
So I want to kind of explain a few things. So like this planet here, when you land on a planet, so some of like I was saying, some of the gameplay is probably boring and actually tedious. I mean, for someone like me, this is like a perfect game. A lot of people don't like like games I like though. I like games like this and just exploring and like being kind of casual and chill, not always worrying about dying, you know. Although you do worry about dying in weird ways, you know. Um, And see, right now these ships are getting attacked over here, so I could go over and try to save them and get money, or I could like help them and destroy the freighters. And anyways, when you land on a planet though, one of the other goals is like, even though it's boring, like every so often you make a discovery or get a view or find an animal, and it's just that excitement is kind of worth the monotony in between, you know, because it's almost like finding something wouldn't be as extraordinary if you saw it all the time. So having that like boring or just okay, I'm just hoarding shit right now to craft or to make fuel, and then I jump to the next planet. I'm like, oh shit, that was totally worth it. Or I got to get the fuck out of this planet, you know. That's what makes the game kind of fun in my. And it's yeah, it takes time, but I'm the kind of casual player that I don't have the time now as a parent, but like and with the current lifestyle. But like when I do, it's totally worth it to me. But one of the cool things when you land on a planet, they give you things to discover. Like you have to find like 12 of the animal species and 6 waypoints. And when you discover those, they give you like 300,000 units, and that's their currency is units in this game. So,
Okay.
but anyways, okay, now I'm flying towards it, and there's a boost speed. So as I pick that up, you'll see the time drops down to like a minute. That's the second speed. And then there is a pulse drive too. But I'm going to break out here. See this moon over here? It's Kevna 4. That's the moon I named after my dad. That's a really cool planet, or moon. So, and I think I discovered these other 2 planets. So here's what I was going to show you. This is the Atlas interface is over here, and I haven't seen that planet yet. So I figured we could go to that planet together.
Okay. Did you name it? You named it yet?
You have to discover. You have to actually land on it before you can name it. So.
Oh, name it after me.
All right. Well, first I'm going to take you to the.
My birthday, dude. This is gonna be my birthday present. You know,
There's a space station again, and yeah, I'll name it after you. So here's the Atlas interface. This thing is just cool, sci-fi looking. I just gotta show you. Here's my
interface.
No. So here's my pulse drive. With my pulse drive, which is the fastest thing I can do in the star system, it took me like 4 seconds to get there. If I were going the speed I was going, it would have taken me 2 hours to get there. That's like the distance between. So
Jesus.
here, I'll show you back where we just were, and you can see. So we were by that space station. You can't even see it right now. It says it would take me. Oh, sorry, never mind. 19 minutes. So not as long as I thought. I misunderstood.
A long time if you decided to do that.
I think the planet it was saying it was 2 hours away. Yeah, see that planet's 6 hours right now at my current speed. Well, actually, I'm gonna speed up though. This is full speed on my first speed. I'm going 150 U's or whatever that is. It'll take me 2 hours and 20 minutes to get to the planet. So, but how sci-fi does this thing look? This Atlas interface? Pretty badass, huh? Okay. I already was in here, so there's like nothing to do really, but I'll take you in.
So do they have a default name for everything?
Yeah, it's probably like randomly. It's probably part of their.
It's kind of interesting. They already have a default.
And everything's the same. So even though it's procedurally like generated, if I came back to this 10 years from now, if I say could find my way back to this star system, everything would be the same as anything I name would still be named that. It would look the same, and like if you came here after me, everything would be the way I left it. So it's even though it's procedurally generated based on where I'm at, you know.
Yeah.
So this is the atlas, and this is like the thing that's kind of creepy and like telling. It's like trying to have me like follow its ways, and I don't know. It's very mysterious, but this is a piece of the atlas interface here, and it's this really cool like orb thing. So not sure what I'm if I should trust it, but it gave me this thing that's called like an atlas stone, and it was worth a lot of money, and I'm hanging on to it because I think I'm supposed to keep it. I've read some spoilers, so I'm gonna hang on to it through my journey through the galaxy.
What's the spoiler? What's that?
Well, I don't want to say it, so
You want to say it to me, or you want
because I might.
podcast?
What I might do is what I might do. I don't want to broadcast it, but what I might do though is when I get to the center of the galaxy, in a couple weeks, is do one more live stream, and then you guys could see what happens if it's in the. It might be. Some people have been very disappointed. It's like anticlimactic, but I think it depends at where you're coming from. Like I'm not overhyping the journey, because if you think about real life, when you go on a journey, like I know this is kind of like philosophical in a way and like a little maybe, but like it honestly, like your destination isn't really the thing, it's the experience, right? So it's kind of the fallacy of video games is like, oh, I beat this level and I'm going up to beat the boss. Or Call of Duty, like everyone's giving this game shit, and it's like it's probably the most realistic experience you can get from a video game, because like, yeah, I'm not like, there's no goal, and I'm not like killing everybody and getting points like the same way, and it's not defined, but like what's the point of Call of Duty? You do the same shit over and over. You're just shooting people versus mining resources, like
Well, I argue that shooting people is more fun than mining,
you could, yes, and that's where the argument is, but it's like people are saying there's just you do the same thing over and over. It's like, well, you do the same thing over and over in Call of Duty. It's like it depends where you're coming from and like the type of person you are. And honestly, like Call of Duty is kind of boring. Like it's exciting I think it's more exciting when it's a social game, and so that's where people were kind of disappointed.
Got over it. Like I feel like it's just like it was like a phase. Like I kind of like really into it, and then I'm like out of it. Like I'll never really get away from Grand Theft Auto because they keep you wanting more. They're always like the next one is better than the one before. The story is always really good. The music, they always like people like actual actors and stuff do the voices, and they put a lot of work into it. It's like a work of art. It's really cool. But I don't think like when I play Call of Duty, I'm like, it's just like that all depends on. Like, oh, it's Vietnam based, or it's World War II based, or it's whatever era they decide.
Right. Or in the future, they're going in the future now, which is like ridiculous.
Some just aren't as fun, like you get like
Black Ops was one of my favorite. That was one of the last ones I played. The Black Ops, the first one.
I didn't have fun, but I just at this point, like I'm kind of like, well, we played basically all the era. We played the future, we played the past.
Right.
There's nothing. The present, like okay, it was good. I loved when I used to play Battlefield 1942. I used to love that game, but like now, I mean, that's the graphics and the stuff that you were able to do in the game is not as fun. But I used to love playing that game because it was so cool at the time that you could have like a war, based game like with a bunch of people around the world. Like that was a lot of fun,
Yeah. Look at the time go down now when I speed up. It goes from 2 hours to 14 minutes. And now I'm going to do my pulse drive, and it's going to take me like seconds to get there. Or like a minute.
Can you hit this stuff in pulse drive, like the asteroids?
No, when you're in pulse drive, it actually avoids the rock. So that's kind of nice. Although when you hit it, it doesn't kill you. It lowers your shields, but you break the asteroids up with your ships, and then you get the resources from them. But if you hit enough of them, you're like, shields go down, and then you do start to take on damage. So now,
do you use like fuel and like when you go on pulse drive? Okay.
Yep. So when you're when you're planet side, when you're not on a launch pad, when you're taking off and from the ground, you use fuel for your launchers, and then you use fuel for your pulse drive and your hyperdrive. Everything else, there's no fuel. So it's actually when you're planet side, you have to be very cognizant of like, do I really want to land here? I don't have enough resources to refuel my launch. I need to find a launch pad or I can't land, Or I have to, when I land, I have to wander around looking for fucking plutonium, you know? So,
Gotcha.
so
That's
here's the
pretty cool.
planet. So here I'm flying down. Your first planet experience.
That's pretty kind of interesting.
Oh, this one has ocean. I haven't been to an ocean planet yet. This is fucking sweet. Wow, this looks really beautiful.
That's awesome, man. That's cool. Is it ocean? Well, I remember the other day when I watched you on a planet, like you thought it was snow, but it wasn't. So let's just wait for a second.
No,
See
no,
what it is.
it was snow. I remember I'm ahead of you. You're getting a delay on the stream, so.
Wow, this is pretty fucking sweet, man.
All right.
Cool.
So there is like an area there I could land. You can, I guess you can go in the water. I'm not sure. I'm gonna try. No, someone said you
What
could
is-
fly your ship in the water.
Try it.
No. See, the thing is, it doesn't let you. The game doesn't let you crash. Um, oh, this looks nice. This is like a huge little facility here. Is there a launch pad? Yes, there is. Sweet.
Nice.
Okay. And the game's kind of user friendly. Like it doesn't like a lot of games like space simulators. They have real physics, and this has real physics when flying, but they make you like land your own shit. And like this game, you press a button and you land. And honestly, the amount you take off and land, it's way better. Yeah.
I have a question about the stuff like you're landing on a launch pad, right?
Yep.
So, who like left that there? Like you were part of some team that left that shit there, or?
No, so there's alien races. So when I say everything's undiscovered, it's undiscovered by whatever race the players are, or whatever I am. But there's alien races. So when I go in here, most likely there'll be an alien I can talk to. And there's like 2 or 3 alien races I've run into. And actually that's a big part of the game is learning the language, which I think is kind of interesting. We were just talking about that with you. It's actually a big part of it. So you actually can gain. So this is a Corvath, I think. So these are like cyborg robotic people. They're computers, so they're very intelligent, and they look down on me a lot. It's kind of annoying, but they're also very helpful when you're on their side.
Like you're an asshole, or like down on you, like they look
They're
down.
smart because they're fucking machines, so they're like brilliant, you know.
Are you stealing their cargo right now?
No, these are just like you go into these things and yeah, I mean, I guess you could think of it that it's like any game where you just go and you collect the shit in the bins, you know. So,
Okay.
but like they have health, and I can get a gun. I can get a gun upgrade.
Was that guy wearing a helmet?
Yeah, he's a cyborg. That's his head.
Oh,
So-
okay.
But so like this thing is called a multi-tool. It's not actually a gun. I mean, it is a gun. So the laser part is actually a mining tool. Obviously, if you get in a pinch, I don't know if you saw this on my last stream. I explained this to my dad. When you first start out, that's all you have is the mining laser. So you can kill things with it, and it does harm life forms. But the idea is that you can actually upgrade it to get a weapon and a grenade launcher on here. And the grenade launcher is really more for like digging, because that's the only way you can terraform is using the grenade. It actually puts holes in the ground, so like if you're stuck in a cave, you can actually blow your way out of a cave. So it's kind of cool. But let's see, how many slots does this have versus what I have? 2 more, and I'm missing. So I'm missing 2 things on it. Gotta figure out what they are. I'm just gonna figure this out real quick. Sorry.
Okay.
Energy projectile, ricochet. I don't really need the ricochet. Short burst. I like the short burst. So I have that. I have the scanner. I have that. I have the gun, so I can do the short burst. So I'm gonna upgrade my multi-tool to this thing. It looks like it's like a little bit better. It has more. The big important thing is there's more inventory slots. Inventory is kind of an issue in this game. It's one of the things you're constantly battling. Plus, I think I like the white look of the gun.
You have too much? You can discard?
Yeah, and because when you do upgrades on things, it takes an inventory slot. So, like, obviously your gun actually can't carry any actual inventory, but so the slots are all used for your upgrades. And then on your ship, they're used for your upgrades and all your cargo. And then on your person, on your exosuit, same thing. Every time you do an upgrade, it takes up an inventory slot. So the the biggest thing you're doing in the game is collecting enough money to upgrade all your shit. So, because the more you upgrade, the more better technology you have, the quicker you can get to places. So, and the longer you can last. Like, if I had a thermo radiation and a cooling protectant suit, I could go to almost any planet and not worry about like getting frozen to death. Because there's some planets that's like negative like 100 Celsius or even 200 Celsius, like hot. There's radiation, or like it'll fucking start raining, and all of a sudden your life support will just start tanking, and you're like, what's going on? It's like the rain is like super radioactive or something. So, and you have a jetpack, so you can upgrade your jetpack and stuff. It's kind of neat. So, but yeah. I mean, it's interesting. There's a lot to do, you know. I'm just gonna do this real quick though, if you don't mind.
No, it's okay. I'm looking through my book right now at the moment. I'm looking up at what you're doing. I'm listening. I'm just kind of.
So I need, if I want to do the short burst adapter, I need copper. Okay, so I need to collect copper. And then there's the big part of the game is trading. So you can go to these terminals. They're called like the galactic market terminals kind of things. And you can interact with them, interface with them, and you buy low or you find resources that are really rare and you sell high, and it's interesting. Like I've gone to from PlanetSide to the space station, and things have gone up. Like, see, it tells you in comparison to the average market level, this specific area that I'm at right now is saying that items are either plus 1.4% or like negative 1.9% the average. But I remember one time I had this piece of like this thing I found on this planet. It was really plentiful. Then I went up to the space station. It was like 110% more, worth more than the average. So I was just like selling it, you know. So you can basically become a space trader. That's like a lot of people. That's all they do. They find some good research and they just go back and forth to the planet. So I'm going to talk to this guy, and you can kind of see how the interaction goes. So when he speaks, the red words are the only words I know. So in this specific thing, all I know is the word traveler. But then there's a little description. The electronic life form is studying the holographic cutaway image of this planet's geological strata, minerals, and resources. It pores over common elements, converts them into high-value products, and analyzes the results. It notices my mining beam and chitters with excitement. I can't help but notice that the trade values around it are practically overflowing. So I can give him. So usually the thing they say gives you a clue at which one of these is the best option. Because if you give, one of them will be awesome, the other one will be shitty, and the middle one is like, okay, you know. So I have to figure out which item is going to be worth more. I'm just going to go with iron because it seems like a good choice.
Okay.
The oxide studied and return to a new life form. So he gave me new technology. Sweet. So must have picked the right thing. All right, so let's see what this planet's like. It's nighttime. It's negative 15. That's not bad. So my frame, what I was thinking in comparison to where we live in Earth, I think with my shield that I currently have, the comfortable temperatures are negative 60 to like positive 60 Celsius. So those are kind of like my ranges before it's like really shitty. So.
Hey, how are you supposed to rename this planet after me?
Oh yeah, I can do that in a second since I just covered it. Let me just interact with a few things here and collect some shit. Yeah, so part of this.
Oh, sorry. Ahead. I was just saying, most of like the inside, like buildings and stuff, is pretty standard, like fair, like all these kind of things.
There's a little bit different art based on the alien race. And there's some subtle differences, but typically it's like the same structure over and over. So like there's different
like terrain and the species is kind of like where you get your kicks.
And even that's still like a variation. Again, it's procedurally generated based off like a formula. So I mean, there's a lot of the same in this game.
That was actually the conversation I had with the I said I took a bike ride with some guys I'd met last month here, and that's what they were talking about. They were saying like one guy was talking about that theory about the Matrix. Like we already live in the Matrix, you know, and we can't perceive it because we already live there, because that kind of shit. And he was like, and the one guy from Africa made a funny comment. He was like, well, that seems like something that somebody like, who came up with that theory, like someone in the U.S., right? Like that this life is the Matrix or whatever, you know. Like talk to somebody in like Africa who was like, well, obviously, like nobody came up with this idea, like to live in fucking Africa, like in the fucking Matrix, you know, like. So
Right.
it was like it depends on your perspective, like whether or not you think we would live in a Matrix type area. And then I thought about this game, and I was like, well, if you think about the way, like, you know, like why, like you'd be like, well, why would someone have to create a Matrix with all of the detail when they could just create the rules, right? All you have to do is create like general rules for how things work, and then things just kind of go as they please. And you know, good and evil, all that kind of shit in the world is like just a result of like
Outcome.
the formulas, you know, the output. Like that's what happens. It's not that somebody like programmed your life to be like shitty or great. It's like that's just like how shit like plays out in this world that we have, you know.
Right. Yeah. A couple of things on that, like, and by the way, there's little puzzles you can solve to get transmissions. So I've left it up for a while, but basically have to find the next number in the sequence. This one's been really easy because they do the same pattern, but the first number just goes to the back of the each time. But these are little cool puzzles. Sometimes they have really harder ones where you have to like square a number or duplicate it or quadruple it.
Wait, let me look. 39089. Oh, you already did it. What was it?
It just took, it was a 4-digit number, and each time in the pattern it just took the first number and put it on the end. It just shuffled them in a row.
Okay.
So like 1 2 3 4, then it went 2 3 4 1, 3 4
Okay.
2, or 3 4 1 2. So that's a common way to do it. But no, anyways, on that point, like I have a kind of an argument. I don't disagree, but if something was able to smartly or create like the Matrix, and we were simulations, one, are we like humans in the Matrix, or are we just in the program itself, like, and we're not actually physical forms outside of it, right? And two, this is a video game. Like, if you would think if there was an actual simulation, and they're basically, our universe is set on rules, right? So this is just a very simplified version of that. The universe we live in is a very complicated version. So my argument would be like, I bet you could do and sure, no one wants to like live in Africa, but that doesn't mean the Matrix wasn't created. It just means whoever created it didn't care who lived where, or we're just literally part of the simulation, and we were created to be a part of it, to live in that part, you know? So, like, because I think when you say, like, oh, someone in the U.S. thought of that, like, I get where they're coming from, but first of all, when we're talking about, like, a simulation that we're living inside of, we're creating it based on our logic, with, granted, is the logic in the simulation, which you would think is the logic from the creators of the simulation, but, like, it could be an organically created simulation, so maybe, you know, I mean, we wouldn't actually be able to understand it, I don't think, you know? We're coming from it with a different frame of mind than I think if it was actually something created, you know what I mean?
I think all Donald Trump supporters are fucking programs. I don't think they're real people.
Man, he's just like creating some bad situations right now.
I think it's funny. I'm actually more supporting the theory that he wants to lose, and he's just like trying to lose now. But I think what my entertainment the last week has been going on like YouTube and watching Fox News clips where people try to defend him, like everything he says. It's actually hilarious because it's like, you know, they don't want to. They have to take his side. So like the people that really support him to the end, like, have to support him because that's like they've already chosen that. Right. So he'll be like, you know, Obama founded ISIS, and you see this person have to go on and like like make a rational argument for like why Obama like founded ISIS, you know, in front of everybody, which is hilarious. I think that to me is the funniest thing that he's done, is he just made everybody like have to support his like crackpot theories.
Well, the Republican Party is not going to come back from this. If this is not going to turn out well for him, I don't think.
No, but nobody said they'd come back from the last one. I think it's obviously slowly disintegrating, but I think both parties are. But I just think it's like I said, it's just hilarious. You just see people have to go on like, well, he wasn't trying to say that Hillary should be killed. You know, everybody that was watching this clearly saw that he was talking about voting. You know, it's just like, man, do you just go home and like just every night you just have to take a big like half a bottle of whiskey like down, you know, because you just can't like you can't live with yourself anymore. Like, what job have I fucking decided I wanted in life where I would just support a maniac?
Well,
Like,
don't laugh, man. I mean, he could be our next president, so like, it's scary right
like
now.
he might have like mental issues, like problem. I mean, everybody talks about that kind of stuff, but I
Right.
think that's even funny. Like, what if it came out that he had like Alzheimer's or something, right? And all of a sudden, like how fucking dumb, like I said, how dumb do you feel like when you're going out of your way, you're going out of your way at this point to like defend
Right.
like a crazy point of view instead of just like kind of reining him in, like, hey man, like what you're saying is a little bit crazy, like why don't you just tone it down, and like I said, maybe the guy comes out and like, wow, fucking Donald Trump has early stage like Alzheimer's, like he's just saying crazy shit, and he's going off the rails a little bit, and then they're like, oh well, yeah, like that's it really sucks. Like I guess I didn't have to sit there and like try and make up all this shit to like defend him,
Yeah. How do you come back from that as like as a journalist? You know.
I think you
All
come
right,
back from it. I think what I'm
I'm
saying though
lowering
is
the
like,
ocean for you, man.
oh nice. What I'm saying is like you don't have to.
Discover,
I think it's funny why
discover
people
things.
feel like they can you can still support someone without actually agreeing with everything they say, like even I agree with some stuff that Donald Trump says, but I don't like defend him like saying the crazy shit.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean he's not wrong about everything, but he's definitely overall he's like a terrible candidate. But anyways,
It's fucking hilarious. Newly discovered star sites.
but yeah, that's part of most of the game. Like I said, if you actually watched me play, you'd probably be bored out of your mind.
I am watching you play it. Why don't you name this planet after me finally?
I like
Now,
keeping you on your toes.
how can you like? Is there certain gravity like differences that you can perceive with the player?
Nah,
Or
not that I've noticed. 'Cause I think all the planets are basically the same size. The moon, I guess I wouldn't notice a difference. That'd be a cool feature to add later based on the size of the planet.
you couldn't like how remember in GTA when they made levels where you're like drunk and you'd like walk around all fucked up?
Right.
Like
Yeah,
what if
no,
they
I
did?
don't notice the difference.
Yeah, that would be. I think that'd be kind of interesting that they would put that in. So like you're walking and your steps are like really like you're jumping almost. Like when you're walking,
Right.
you can't like walk very easily. If you want to run, you're like leaping or something. It'd be kind of cool. That's for No Man's Sky too. Because that's probably one of the only issues with this game is like, how do you make a sequel to this game?
I don't think you do. I think you just keep upgrading this one.
Yeah, you
That's the
just
thing
can't.
with
Like,
games nowadays. You don't need to make a sequel unless it's like a story, like a different story, different location. In the universe, like you just basically upgrade it. You know? I don't know.
I keep wondering
Just the
that with like
universe upgrades.
sports games because they keep having like Madden 2015, 2006. Like, why don't you just upload a different roster? Like, why the fuck do you need to keep like
Because
adding?
that's
Buying
capitalism at its best. That's capitalism.
ridiculous,
Okay,
right?
I'm gonna name the planet after you.
Yeah.
All right. There's some reason my life support's really dropping on this planet. I can't. I don't know if it's because it's radiation or toxic or what. But um, anyways. Okay. So in my discoveries menu, it tells me all the things I've discovered on the plant,
Yeah.
and so like I can upload them for money. Animals are a lot more than like plants and rocks, but you still get units for plants and rocks. And then your waypoints are worth a lot. And then usually where it says records, it gives you a list of things to find, and if you do it, you can upload. If you're 100% complete, you can upload, and you get like 300,000 units. What this tells me, I didn't see it when I landed, but I don't think this planet has any life on it. Flora absent, fauna lacking.
Okay.
Isn't flora fauna is animals, right?
Flora is the plants and stuff.
Yeah, it says absent, but there are plants. Maybe that's like maybe those aren't plants. I don't know. But do you want me to name this one after you without any life on it?
Yeah, sure, man. I'll take what I can get.
All right. Well, and just so you know, I have a naming convention where I make it sound sci-fi even though it's your name.
Do whatever you want to do, man. This is your fucking choice. It's your game. I'm not gonna force you into stuff. Let's see here.
How you like that? It's like Idaho, but Bendaho.
Ooh, Benduho. Buho.
It's not how I wanted to say it though. It's Benduho.
I think a ooh instead of a
Benduho.
I think it Benduho. Benduho.
Benduho. Well, how about Bendui?
Oh, that's better. I like Bendaho. Oh, that's good. The Bendaho. Duho.
Bendui?
Bendui? Bendui. I like
Let's
that.
go off of Bendeo. No?
Bendejo.
Do you want me to change it back to the O at the end?
I like the Deho. Bendejo. I like that one, actually. That's just makes sense.
H Bendejo.
Yeah, with the H-E-H-O. Like that just makes sense, you know. I mean I'm not gonna fight it. I'm not gonna fight it, you know.
Like that?
Yeah. Yeah.
It is named.
Bendejo.
All right, so it pointed me in the direction of this ruin area. So I'm going to go to the ruins. This is a cool plant, but there's no life on it. This kind of sucks.
Cyborg shit, yeah.
Well, I mean natural, like native life. The aliens are like the Corvette. Whatever aliens on this planet, it's in the whole star system. They're the same ones that are in the space station. They've like kind of like expanded their presence to this star system, you know? So it'd be cool to see if we could find their like home planets, like of all the alien races, they were actually like populated. I think that would be a cool feature. Like have one or two planets in the galaxy that actually was like Earth-like, you know? But then the rest of them are like, you know, kind of like Star Wars. You're just going and like exploring and finding. So.
Like you also was saying before though about like maybe some kind of like a war, like an Independence Day or something, where you just like master race come in and fucking light up a city or something. You know?
Yeah. I'm a non-violent traveler, Ben. Sorry. So apparently this ruin is in the water, so we're gonna go down there and see what it is.
Lost City.
Destination reached. Okay. See, this is the second time I've had to go find a ruin. It's underwater and there's literally nothing left of it. But I guess that's probably like what it might be like, you know? I don't know. That just seems weird. These are like little ball plants.
Well, that's the argument. It's a lot of like our planet because the sea levels rose, you know, several thousand years ago and like buried shit. So
yeah, like Atlantis. Can't find the city of Atlantis anymore.
Probably real, but we'll never fucking find it because it's underwater, you know?
What will happen to real, you said?
No, it's probably real, you know?
Oh, yeah.
It seems like most science point to it being like a real fucking place, but you can't actually like find, which is cool because it's like supports theories of like an advanced civilization before, you know, Egypt and shit. Like it's kind of tight.
Oh, now I can't find my ship. Where was my ship at?
Bendejo. I think you're turned back around.
Yeah, I found it.
Doesn't it have like a homing signal or something on your ship? Like you can find it? Or, yeah.
Yeah, it tells me. It tells me where it is on the top there. So
Now you were also saying you don't know what your character looks like. They didn't even release any like game art or anything that shows what it looks like.
they have like art, but like they say you're not human. So the image from their cover looks human. So I don't know. The thing is, their communication is just odd and like not like some mixed messages and part of that's because of Sony. Like the studio themselves been very consistent, but Sony's kind of added like I don't know. It's been weird. So, but
They're trying
it doesn't
to
matter. I mean, I like the game either way. I don't care if I ever find out what I look like. I can just pretend I'm human for all I know. You know. I mean,
yeah.
it's whatever we are, we're bipedal, and we're probably average height because depending on which creature we encounter, we're taller or shorter. And um, I don't know. I'm assuming we have like 5 fingers and toes and shit because just the way everything looks very. Everything's built like all the space stations are built like they're futuristic, so they're all like built like accessible, like they're all ramps. There's not really stairs, and you know.
Mm.
But it kind of makes sense when you're loading shit. Like if you were on a planet, like say this was Mars, you would want to have a ramp. So if you had to push shit up here, you know, like I don't know. Yeah, I don't like this planet, man. It's kind of devoid of life, and it's killing my
Well, yeah,
shields.
that has some fucking life.
But it's good that it's kind of cool to see like a water planet. I haven't been to a planet with the water. There was one guy, he discovered an ocean that was like he almost died, like he couldn't get out of the water in time, like his life support. It was so deep. He like was like trying to get up in time and he couldn't. This seems like the average depth to all the oceans. Most of the oceans in the game are what we just saw. Like it's only like 30 feet deep on average. You know, a couple deep crevices here and there. You know, so.
No.
How deep is like our average depth in the ocean?
I don't fucking know. I can look that up though. Let me hop on the fucking computer here. I need to get on the computer anyway. I gotta look up a bunch of words that I don't understand right now.
So, one thing is like with the parallel universe idea, the multiverse, you know,
Yeah.
one thought is that the multiverse is just one simulation after another, or simulations within simulations, you know?
I mean, like it's different instances, like you're talking about.
No, it's
Like
like that could be parallel universes. I'm actually talking about multiverse. So like, you're actually in the real universe, and you create a simulation, right? And or whatever, you're in like the home. We'll call it the home level, and you create a civilization, and then um, from there, in your simulation, those whatever the sentient beings in create multiple simulations, and you could create multiple simulations, and then in each of those simulations, there's more and more. So like that's one idea, or like you were saying, it's all the same simulation, just at different instances. So it's like a parallel universe. That would almost explain deja vu a little bit, you know, kind of different things like those weird things in dreams. Like maybe there's connection. This it's all the same thing, but it's just different. It's different on a level that we can't understand, but it's connected still, you know. Oh,
well,
which reminds me, I don't know if you can get Netflix in Germany,
I can't.
but if you do, oh, bummer. If whenever you get the chance though, Stranger Things, like if it comes out on DVD, oh my God, it was fantastic.
I take my parents have HBO, so I use my VPN and like log into their account here and like watch shows and movies on HBO.
Okay, but this
So
is not going to be on HBO because it's from Netflix.
but I
So
do stuff like right now. You gotta understand. I do stuff that's for free.
I
You
know.
know.
I'm
So
just saying. I'm just putting it on your list, man. I don't care if it's 10 years from now. Just watch Stranger
one second.
Things. It's fantastic. Yeah.
The average depth.
Are you going to be looking for work or?
The average depth of the ocean is 12,100 feet.
Man, that's pretty fucking deep.
Pretty fucking. I thought it would be like maybe five or yeah, but that's a lot deeper than I thought. That's pretty fucking deep, man.
Yeah, that's scary. I don't like the ocean.
They say we
There's
know
like a
less about we know less about the ocean than we do about outer space, man.
Correct. Yep, that's correct. And our actually, if you think of it, on another level, even our ground, like the rocks and stuff, and the Earth itself, like
Under the ground, yeah.
yeah, we need
Makes
to
sense.
explore like on a micro level, like microorganisms. That's actually Jeffrey's got a job with a startup in New York that they're researching dirt and they're basically tracking the DNA in dirt to try to find like as a way to create future vaccines for organisms that come from the soil. So like
Okay.
diseases we don't even really know about. I thought that was kind of cool that he's working on something like that.
And how are they going to make money? What are they trying to do with that?
I don't know, they create future vaccine. I don't know how they actually make money, but they're not making money. That's the thing. Look, there's Sandy Beach, man.
I thought he was going to school. I thought it's been like a year, hasn't it?
It's coming up. He's applying to schools right now. So
Okay.
he applied like a bunch of like those top Ivy League. Ooh, look at Ruin. Good, you get to see a monolith. Look at the. Is that the one they're pointing me towards? Probably not.
That's pretty nice. Yeah, that's pretty interesting.
But look, you got a sandy beach on your planet. That's pretty sweet. This is a sci-fi shot here. I gotta get further back.
What's that tower thing? That's pretty fucking gnarly.
We'll go up to it. I gotta take a screenshot. I think this is a pretty good shot of this planet. Too bad there's not another planet in the sky.
No, where is,
Sometimes
this is like the other side. You just kept traveling on the same part, or what? I missed what you were here.
What do you mean?
Well, you went like, would you go up and down? Like you went somewhere else on the planet. Where'd you go?
Oh, I'm just flying around, man.
Okay, I missed that. I was looking up something.
I just got in my ship and I've been flying around. I mean, the planets are huge. Like I have not discovered a full planet yet. Like the the two or three planets I've been on the longest, I would say I've maybe discovered like a continent portion of the planet tops. I mean, these are large planets. You've seen like from outer, like it's really hard to imagine, but these are like actual planet-sized planets. If you walked across this, it would take you days to walk in a circle. The planet was like all solid, you know, and you could walk across. If you flew across, like the thing is, like I wouldn't be able to remember my line. I wouldn't be able to do a straight line. But if you flew across, it'd probably take you like minutes or maybe like a half an hour or something.
Yeah, I was saying like it's like not true size, but it's big enough to where you get like a good feel for how big it is. Yeah.
Oh, life support offline, not good. What is going on with my life support? The temperature is comfortable. There's not a lot of radiation. It's toxic though. Maybe that's why. So this is called a monolith or a ruin, and usually you can interact with them, and it does something crazy. And sometimes it helps you learn the language. That's what those knowledge stones I was activating were doing. They gave me words to the. Okay, so here I'm on top of the monolith. Let me know when you can see it. Got floating island. Interesting. But I'm gonna activate it here. Okay, I can't activate it because my inventory is full. Damn it. I hate when that happens. Alright. There we go. That means he might be giving me something. If it's warning me my inventory is full. Okay, busy. Okay, I begin to feel dizzy. A strange lethargy comes over me, and I feel compelled to lie down in front of the ancient relic. This place feels calming. It feels like home, whenever that might have once been. I know that if I truly wanted to fight the impulse to sleep, I probably could, but I feel warm and comfortable basking in the glow of the ancient ruins. So I can so based on what this said, Korvax echoes bless. So I can either sleep or resist. I'm actually gonna sleep and see what happens. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
You can do that? Yeah, sleep. Sleep.
I sleep deeply. I awake reinvigorated. Oh, so that was actually the right option. Sweet.
Whoa, nice.
And did it give me something? But so it activates these things, and the ruins are kind of cool. You kind of get some story with them. It gives you a little background here and there, little tidbits. the game doesn't have a story, but they kind of get you where there's like it's probably what you would find if you were like an archaeologist, just pieces that you kind of have to put things together, and you're not always going to be accurate on what your theories are, but you can get a good idea of how things are, you know. So, and you get to
Speaking
learn the language.
Oh,
So.
sorry. Did you play Uncharted, the last one? Did it come
No, I
out?
really want to. I'm saving up for it. I'm waiting for it actually to get a used copy. Hey, I was gonna say before we go into that, can we take a quick break? Just
Yeah,
real
that's fine.
quick. Okay, I'll
No,
be
man,
right
it's
back.
up to you. I'll be right here. I'm here. Oh, we're still not.
Ben, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
You still there?
I'm still here.
Cool.
Let's see here.
Is the stream still working?
I think so. Why is it? Seem like it just stopped. There's something loading. Are you loading something? Is that my? I don't know. I can't tell if it's working or not. Either you're loading something or it's not working now.
Cut it out.
Okay.
There. Should be back up. Same.
Same link.
Oh, yeah. It's a recorded video now, so it must have. I gotta send you the. Jesus Christ.
You say I can watch it again or what? Same link. You're sitting there like you're sitting. You're not doing anything, right? Hello. You still there? Hello.
So, anyways, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. You just sent me a message. Still there?
Yeah. Well, I
I'm
didn't
here.
hear you. Is it the same link or what?
No. Hold on.
Okay.
So, too much going on.
Okay.
Ugh. Oh, it's on there. Never mind. Okay. Let me grab that link. The broadcast has been stopped. Interesting.
Okay.
I'll have to go through my videos and delete all these like crappy ones. Ah. Ben,
So here, yeah.
what are your impressions of the game?
I like it. I think uh, I would be. I would like to play it. Like I don't know that I would want to play it like long term though until like you said, if they're gonna add something where you can build stuff, like kind of more add-ins to the game, which I think is cool. I actually like that if they're gonna keep adding stuff in, like or like even like side missions or different shit. Like I know that it's like inventory, and you said it's kind of loose missions and stuff, but I think it'd be kind of cool if they had like even like high, like oh you uh, did something like you did like the most. I don't know. You've gained the most, whatever. Like if they just had different like player rankings and stuff, you could have.
Okay.
I think like kind of cool. Like I don't know. I'm not saying like I don't like it. I like it. I like the game itself. I like what it represents. Like as far as like the actual like way they've laid out the game and everything, and the whole universe. It's really cool. I think there's not like it doesn't have like a strong lasting appeal to me. Does that make sense? Like it has like it feel like there's a lot of initial appeal to play that, but I don't think that I would sit and play that for like many weeks. Does that make sense? Hello? 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 You still there? Hello? Hello? Hey. Hello? You there?
You there, Ben?
I'm here.
I feel like were you? Oh man.
I was talking, but it cut out or something. Do you hear me?
Found a new one that I haven't seen. New type of monolith I haven't seen before.
Okay. Are you got the link back up, the new one, or no?
Well, I just was right when our thing broke. That's what I was doing as I was streaming, and then it crashed, and so did the Hangout. So I'm wondering
Oh,
if it just. I'm having internet issues. I don't know that I can. I'll
that's
try
cool.
here. I'm gonna let it like. But yeah.
I forget what I was about to say. I was about to say something. Oh, like the one thing I think would be cool if they made it kind of like Red Dead Redemption, where you could like do hunting and different, like you would like I don't know, not to say that you would like kill species, but you could like learn like they had things like if you do you have things like you learn a language, like so much of this language is known or not known, or you have so much like ability to speak to. I don't know, just kind of like ways to build up your character, like in measurables. Is there a lot of that or no?
Ben.
Yeah, I
Can you
was
say
just
that
talking.
Can you say that last part again? You cut out. I didn't hear it.
I was saying like if there was kind of like metrics, like certain metrics you would have to meet, or you could attain like you're a skilled hunter, you're skilled like miner, you could mine better. Like as you're like doing stuff, you could mine better. Like I don't know. I guess I didn't ask those questions while you're playing.
They have achievements, like the more words you.
Yeah, it's cutting, man. I can't hear you.
Hey Ben, can you hear me?
I'm gonna call back in, okay?
Okay.
I just was cut that whole thing you just said just cut out if you said anything.
I wasn't talking because you couldn't hear me, so don't worry.
All right, let me cut. I'll call back in.
Okay.
Let me see here. I'm gonna figure out how to fucking end this call. Hello?
Holy crap! It's got even better.
Hello?
Hey, what's up, man?
All right. Jesus Christ, man. Why is it like you're still recording everything? Or what? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Is it not allowing me to talk?
I can hear you but I don't know if it's you're not talking or it's cutting out. It feels
Oh,
weird.
I'm not talking. I'm just was waiting for
No,
you.
you answer my ass, man. Like I'm asking. I'm saying
I was. I said.
no. I can say I think it's cutting out right there. I think it's you wouldn't just stop talking like that. Like I was, and then it was like cuts out. Something's happening, man. It's cutting out.
All right. I'm just gonna call it. I don't think we can hear each other very well.
All right, man. That was like 2 hours. That was pretty good.
Yeah. I'll when I get closer to the center of the galaxy,
Let me
I'll
know.
try to do a stream then. But we could do another pie. I still want to do that one about scientific the scientific method. I haven't forgotten.
The one with Kirch or whatever. Hello. Hello. Ah, fuck.
All right, so it's just me. So we're gonna end it.